episode 3 of our series where we talk about the off-season, the draft, we cover every single team and how we think they're going to do next year. Episode 3, obviously, is the Western Warriors, who were a very, very, very good team last year. They had a 6-2 record. They made it to the Sheamus Cup final and were this close to winning it. However, they did fall to the Eagles in OT. It was a very, very close game. And honestly, they could do big things next year too. We've seen them do big things last year. But the thing is, they lost Ben Musgrove through retirement. And so now they're going to have to kind of be built in a different image now because obviously Alex Masferrer, the youngest playing-wise captain to ever be named in knockball. He's going to be the captain next year of the Warriors. How do you think he's going to build this team?
I think he's going to do really good because even though they lost Ben, they picked up Charles, who is an amazing player. And they also have this newcomer, John Bennett, who I think is going to do very good. I've heard good things about him so far, and I think they have a chance of going far.
Absolutely. So some key additions they had, of course, Charles Martin joining the team. We also have John Bennett as well. And John Bennett's just going to be a great, young, developing defensive player, which is really hard to find nowadays. And, yeah, as we know, Charles Martin, unbelievable scoring player.
Mm-hmm.
But key losses is Ben Musgrove. So you kind of lose that defensive edge that the Warriors were known for last year. And that's what made them so good, honestly, was their defensive edge and their ability to be able to really defend that well and be able to score even after that.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think that losing Ben is really hard, and they lower on defense, that's for sure. But I also think they gain on offense, which their team was seeking for. They have Charles, who has amazing handles, can get around you very quickly. He's fast, and he could just get that ball in the net whenever he wants to. I think that the Warriors are going to do good, and I think they have one of the bigger chances of this next year. And I honestly think that they are one of the best teams, if not the best.
True. But one of the other questions is, are they better or are they worse than they were last year? And honestly, on this one, I'm going to go with worse. I think they're worse than they were last year. Because last year, they had Ben Musgrove, probably the best player in all of knockball. But because he could play really offense really well, but honestly, he could play unbelievable defense. He had a great mixture of both those things, and that really helped Alex out back on in goaltending. So they kind of lose that defensive ability there, and I don't think Martin can play as good defense. So, yeah, I'm honestly thinking that they're worse next year.
I'm going to have to disagree with you there because I think that they're going to be a better team because now they have Charles, who is extremely fast and is, I think, faster than Ben, a better offensive player, and then they have an amazing goalie, Alex. But I think they're a better team because last year Alex didn't play that much, so he wasn't exactly on the team to me. I know he was on the team, just like not exactly, because Colin was playing all the games, and I think he kind of lowered down their team. And honestly, I think that it's just a better team with more offense, which they needed. I agree with you there that they did lose a lot of defense. I just think they're going to be a better team because speed, agility, and I think that together, if Charles and Alex don't fight or make a bad connection, I think that they're going to do great, and I think they're going to make amazing plays. And John Bennett, I think he's very defensive. I think he can hit. I think he can do well. And I think that all three of them combined will make an amazing team, just enough to beat the scores of the team last year.
Yeah, so that leads us up to our biggest question. This is also a two-parter. Will the Warriors be able to thrive without Musgrove playing defense? Honestly, they really will. They still will thrive a lot because they have that excellent offense with Charles, of course. And we also haven't seen that much yet of John Bennett, who is a really good defensive player. So I think that with combining those two players and their playing time the proper way, they're still going to be a really, really good team and hard team to beat.
I agree with you there, except I want to focus more on Alex. He impresses me a lot. He's an amazing goalie, and I think that he can bring his team to the top.
He can handle his own, yeah.
Yeah, I think that without Alex, they would be a kind of crappy team, and I think that Alex kind of leads their team to victory, and I think that John and Charles are great players. They're great. I just think that without Alex, they'd be nothing. They wouldn't be. I don't think they'd be going to the top. I think that they'd be good together, just not as good if they had Alex in that mixture. I think the three of them is an amazing team, and I think they're definitely one of the best teams. So, yeah, that's my opinion.
Yeah, and the second part of our question is we have to also discuss the play next year, obviously. But our last part here is their playoff prediction. And honestly, I still am going to go with the thought that they're not as good as they were last year. But they still are going to thrive in the regular season, so I think they still could thrive also in the playoffs.
I think that I think they're going all the way. I think they're going to make it to the finals. I think that all the teams are amazing. I think they have one of the better chances here, and I think I'm going to stick to my opinion and say that they're better than last year. And I think that they're really going to do good, and I think that they're just going to get on that field, play the best they can, show no mercy, and give it their all, and just make it to the finals.
Yeah, it definitely is going to be harder considering the Sharks are so much better, and the Eagles obviously haven't changed. So, thank you guys for watching this episode. We'll catch you in the fourth and final episode where we'll talk about the reigning Shamus Cup champions, the Eastern Eagles, and their chance for next year. See you there.